Hello YouTube, I just finished fixing this Bose Wave CD, this thing right here. It was actually pretty tough to repair just for the simple fact that it was water damage, but I just wanted to share a couple of pointers with you guys. Hopefully it'll help you out. Here's a business card if you guys have any questions. Is that upside down? Alright. One thing I found very helpful, if you, this is just my iPad here, if you shine a light underneath, hopefully you guys can see this. That's the output IC U1 right here, TDA 7375. It actually came in with the TDA 7374, but I put in a 75 and it works just as well, if not better. Your output chip right here. But anyway, if you shine a light underneath your board, it'll show you the traces. This is a double-sided board. You have a lot of pits and lands, so the traces drop and come back on the other side and then come back up. So by having the light underneath the board, it would actually help a lot. Let me demonstrate here real quick. Just grab a light here, put your I got a spare board here, luckily, that I was able to reference to, which made my job a lot easier. Maybe this is not a good demonstration, but you get the idea. You just shine the light underneath there and it gives you a really good clear path of your traces. Another thing I want to mention, this top CD cover here, it's not designed to be taken apart. It's actually glued on there, and when you do decide to repair one of these units, make sure you wedge a little something right here. You see that little hole right there? Because without this little button pushed, your unit will not come on. Basically, when you close the CD cover, that's when the unit comes on. So make sure when you're testing this board, you have to put something right here in that corner. Where I ran into here is my quad op amp over here, which is U600, was not putting out any audio to the main IC here, and the other quad op amp over here, U601, was giving me the same problem. I was able to resolve this by just simply replacing this capacitor here. I believe it's, let me get my glasses. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, this is C650 right over here, and that one was I was able to get my audio out to this, audio into this chip to get it to go to the U1, which is the output stage, and the quad op amp over here wasn't receiving audio. So that, by replacing this, resolved that issue. I don't know what else to share with you. You got pin 1 and 2 are outputs, pin 14 and 15 are also outputs, and what else do I have here? Here's basically what I did a little layout. You got pins 14 and 15 on this chip right here is what drives the subwoofer, which is those are bridged together, and that drives the right speaker. And you got pins, let me see here. Your in and out, your in for the bridge is 12 and 11. Those tie together. There's two pins, 11 and 12 tie together, and that drives 14 and 15, which is your bridge output. Those are, again, this is TDA 7375. That's the output chip. Here's a diagram from the top and top of the bottom of the and the top of the board. You got pins 14 and 15 tied together, and that drives the chip, and your in for the bridge is 12 and 14. Okay. Anyway, that's your 11 and 12 is in, 14 and 15 is your out. And same thing goes over here for the other channel. 11. Oh, I got another diagram. One thing I want to mention also is your VCC on this op amp, your pin number 11 and 4, I believe, are your VCC. One is -15 and the other one's +10. So make sure you look for both of these pins. It was missing on the U600 over here, and I had to actually jump it. I don't know if you guys could see a blue wire. I had to come from underneath and come back up to provide the B+. The +10 wasn't available, so I had to actually follow the trace. Luckily, I have the schematics here, and I was able to do that. Speaking of jumpers, I wish I would have kept the part number for this wire here. I bought this 20 years ago when Radio Shack used to actually be around when I was a beginner. But what's really cool about this, it's very flexible. It doesn't break, doesn't, it's really good for repairing traces this size. It's insulated wire, and all you have to do is just apply heat to the end and automatically melt the insulation and make your contact. And this is the best wire. If anybody can find a part number for this wire, please contact me or send me a message or whatever. This wire is really, really good. I mean, I've tried a lot of different stuff, and none of it is as flexible as this kind here. This stuff here, you can flex it, you can bend it, and it lasts a long time. It's insulated and it's super thin. I'm not sure what gauge it is, but it's good enough for this application. Let me think here if I could share something else with you guys. I can't think of anything else, but just remember U6, 601, and 600 are the two ICs that send your signal to U1, which is your main output. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And what I did too for the ground here, you guys can't see it because I don't have the best camera setup going on here. For the ground, which is pin, I have to see what pin this is. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the ground, pin number 5 over here, I just basically used ground off of the tuner shield and I grounded it. And another thing too I want to mention is this IC is actually facing one direction and this IC is facing the opposite direction. So make sure you read your marking on the board. They're not, they're kind of flipped around from one to another. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button and please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a great day.